record on this computer. So, and then I'll do a new share and we'll go to Ignithium. And what I really mean, Hung, is the math review, there won't be any questions, but there'll be questions from these 3 homeworks. Okay.
Okay, so there won't be question about like the map reviewer?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
So regarding
hold on just a half a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to see if I can do that. So I copied those and that and that. Okay, is that clearer to everybody? Okay, if anybody had a question.
My question was basically, is it going to be like all similar problems like graphing, giving us some equations? There's going to be some stuff like multiple choice regarding like definitions and stuff?
No, so literally, do you remember we did our practice exam?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's just that you're going to see a mixture of about 20 questions from these 3 assignments over here. It'll just be mix and match from those 3 assignments. And obviously like the numbers will be random and that sort of thing. And you know, yeah, that's what you should expect. The only thing that I do is I add normally 1 or 2 questions that are just graphing questions. So, you know, when you do your documentation for the exam, I don't care if you use graphs or not. Like I said, for me, I like to graph stuff just so I can see what I'm doing, and it's sort of like a memory device, right? So I don't forget stuff. But some people may not want to do that. Some people may want to just, you know, work with equations, and that's fine as long as you document everything well so I can follow it. It's not just a bunch of chicken scratch. But it, you know, whether you want to use graphs or not, when you're solving the problems is up to you. But graphing is an essential learning goal for this class because we use it so often in economics, and you would use it if you were going to try to, you know, explain to a manager or a supervisor or a group of people something about some analysis you had done. So it's an essential piece of what we're doing is to be able to understand and reproduce and explain graphs. So after you finish all of the problems that are going to be on your Ignithium exam, you'll notice on the cover page, and I'll point this out to you, won't be a secret, but I'll ask you to, based on one of the questions in your exam, usually, to draw that diagram of like maybe a price ceiling, a price floor, or maybe a tax or something, and like label the areas that correspond to the welfare impacts of that particular problem. And that's worth a significant amount, like 15% of your total grade. So 15% means that even if you got 100% on everything, if your graph was incorrect, and I do save about 10% of that for just graph quality. So you would be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't. You probably know a few students like that are just really horrible when it comes to like just drawing a straight line or doing anything like that. And so for those people, I say, either use some sort of a drawing program, or use a straight edge, and just make your work readable and clear. Because again, it's not quite the quality you would expect in a formal presentation to the executive board, but that's only because we don't have enough time in an exam setting to do that sort of thing and to expect that level of quality. But that's really what you're shooting for, is you want something that looks good and professional and conveys the information in your graph. So if you just skip the graphing questions at the end, then the highest grade you can get on the exam is a B, and that's fine. But if you want to do really well, you got to do the graphing too. So anyway, hopefully that's clear. Anybody else? Okay, so I will save time during next Tuesday's lecture for review, but we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic. Okay, and this would be, none of what I'm going to say right now is going to be on the midterm that's coming up. It'll be on our second midterm, which will probably be sometime in hopefully early November, and then we'll go and move on to the remaining material for the class to finish up. But so do anybody have any final questions for me before I go ahead and move on? No. Okay, let's see. Okay, so okay. So new topic. And